Okay, so if we can sit back onto your heels, and we'll just reach on up towards the top end of your mat, spreading out your fingers, raising your chin, and we'll just gently start to pull the body along the ground. Lift, roll down the shoulders and opening up with your chest. And then we'll draw up into a little cat stretch, pulling up through the belly. And then take the head and the tailbone away. And then sitting all the way back down onto your heels. And again, let's bring the body to pull up and through. And again, let's drop into a cat stretch. Lift up through the shoulders and the back. Taking the head and the tailbone in opposite directions. And then sit back onto your heels. And again, bring the body to pull up and through. And then curling the toes. Let's send the hips back and take the head down through your arms. Draw your body forwards into a strong plank. And then bending your knees and sitting back down onto your heels. Bring the body to pull up and through. And then curling the toes. Nice long stretch into the back of your body. Drawing forwards into your plank. And then bending your knees and sitting on back. And again, bring the body up and through. Curling the toes and lengthening all the way off, looking up to your navel. Draw forwards into a plank and then bending your knees and sitting back. Again, bring the body to pull up. Curling the toes and sending your hips away from you. Drawing forwards into a plank and then bending your knees and sitting gently back to the heels. A couple more times. Bring the body up and through. Curling the toes and sending the hips away. And drawing forwards into a plank. Bending the knees and releasing and sitting back. One more time. Bring the body up and through. Curling the toes. Staying in the down dog and walking it off. And just have a check-up. Look up at your hands for a second. Make sure that your middle finger is going straight up. Your last little finger is coming straight out to the side. And your thumbs are mirroring your last little finger. And then look back up towards your feet. And check your feet are about hip distance apart. And then treading down. One leg and then the other. Moving through the lower back. Moving along the back of your legs.
The world is just evolution, evolution, evolution.
Alright, then coming down upon your knees. Stepping your right foot forwards. And just taking down your right hand to the side of your foot. Bring your left arm to come up and over and looking up towards your thumb. And then bring that hand all of the way back down. Curl the toes, lift up the back knee. Open up to the right and raise your right arm. Releasing your knee back down, and then just coming up through the middle, raising both of your arms, taking your right hand back behind the left. And then letting your arms all of the way back down again. Moving back onto that back knee, drawing back your toes, and let's just go through a little bit of a hinge backwards through the back of your body. Try arching your spine a little here. See if you can draw your toes a little further back, but if you've got some discomfort behind the knee, you may need to bend your knee a little today. let's draw the body all of the way back up, coming up onto our knees. And then let's from here, raise both of your arms. Clasp your fingers together, take a deep breath in. And as you breathe out, activate your waist and take a nice long stretch into the side of your body. And then draw the body back on up, take a deep breath in, breathing out, reaching, really pulling your arms out and away from you. And breathing in, bring it up, breathing out, letting your arms all the way back down. We'll step the left foot forwards. And then again, left hand down to the outside of your foot. Right arm coming up and over, looking up towards your hand. And then bring that hand all the way back down to the floor, curl the toes, lift up the back knee, raising your left arm, looking up towards your thumb. And then bring it all of the way back down again. Alright, coming back up with your upper body, raising both of your arms, keeping your shoulders relaxed. Left hand back behind the right. And then releasing both of your arms. And let's move back onto that back knee, drawing back your toes. Again, just work in that little bit of a shift backwards through the tailbone. Press from the center of your chest. Just keep that breath coming, nice deep breaths. Of course, you're bending your knee if you need to. Release. Alright, let's come around onto your back. And if you could just bend up your knees and gather your heels towards your backside. Lay your feet so they're parallel. And just let your body open out to the ground. And to begin with, let's just work the lower back down into an imprint. And then releasing your back up and away from the floor. Again, let's take that lower back down into an imprint. And releasing your back away from the floor. And then again, rock it down to imprint. And then release up, but not quite as far. Okay, settle into neutral. Bring your shoulders to pull up by your ears. And roll them down. Again, draw them up towards your ears. Roll them down. And then walk. And walk and walk. Okay, wriggle out the neck. So you've got a really nice long neck and opened up collarbone. Start to take a deeper breath to come in through your nose. And then as you breathe out through your mouth, blowing the breath out with a little energy. So again, as you breathe in, your rib cage widens to the side and to the back of your body. And then as you breathe out, blowing the breath out of the mouth, and let's start to draw the navel back to the spine. Again, as you breathe in, rib cage widens, belly remains flat. And then as you breathe out, let's engage the core, pull up behind the surface muscles, and maybe feel the sensation of the waist pulling in a little bit tighter. Again, as you breathe in, that lateral thoracic breath, really fill up the lung space like two great big pillowcases. And then as you breathe out, blow the breath out as if you're blowing out a candle. One more time, deep breath in on its own. And then as you breathe out, navel back to the spine, engaging with the core. Now let's bring the hands to come back behind your head. And we're going to start us off today with the ab prep. As you breathe in through your nose, nodding the chin. As you breathe out through your mouth, raising your upper body, Engage with your core and keep a neutral back. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, navel back to the spine as you lower. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, and as you lift, engage the core, pull back through the belly. Keep the chin away from your chest. Breathing in to stay. Then breathing out, engaging with your core as you lower. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out as you lift, you're engaging with the core. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, engaging with the core as you lower. Again, breathing in, nod the chin. If you feel you can, as you lift, extend your right leg. Point the toes and hover it 1 inch from the ground. Breathing in to stay. Then breathing out, engaging your core, lowering back to the ground. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extending your left leg, raising your upper body. Breathing in to stay. Then breathing out, engaging with your core as you lower. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out as you lift, engaging with your core, pushing your way through with your toes. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, engaging the core as you lower. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out and pressing through the toes as you lift. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, engaging the core as you lower. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, extend the right leg, keep the neck open. Breathing in. Breathing out, engaging as you lower. Last one. Breathing in, nod the chin. Breathing out, push your way through the toes, raise the upper body. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out as you lower, all of the way back down. Now if we could take both of the legs along the floor and just walking down your shoulders. And we'll come into a single leg raise, breathing in to raise one leg up, and then breathing out as you lower the leg down. Changing legs, breathing in, raising the other leg, and then breathing out as we lower. So just being careful here again to raise the leg, but without losing neutral. If your hamstrings are a little bit tight today, soften at the knee as the leg comes higher. And I'm going to offer up that we add in a one leg circle today. If you don't want to, if you want to keep the single leg raise, carry on for me. Otherwise, fingers come around your hip bones, breathing and raise the leg up. And we're breathing out to circle the leg away from the body without the hip bones moving. Breathing in, come to the middle. Breathe out, lower the leg down, and we'll change the other leg. Breathing and raising the leg up. Breathing out, circle the leg away from the body. Breathing in as you bring it to the middle. Breathing out, lowering that leg back down. Again, breathing in, the leg raises up. As you circle the leg away, if you can, turn your toes slightly open like a ballet dancer. Breathing in, come back up to the middle. And breathing out, lowering the leg all of the way back down. Again, breathing in, the leg raises up. And as you circle the leg away, lock in well with the core so that the rest of the body stays very still. Breathing in, breathing out. The leg that remains along the ground, either flex your foot or point your toes. We're just keeping that leg really fixed, well down to the floor if you can today. Breathe in, breathing out, lowering the leg all of the way back down. One more time, breathing in, leg raises. Breathing out, core locks on, so you circle the leg away. Breathing in and out as you lower your leg back down. All right, work your feet back down to the ground again. Gently roll yourself over to one side for me. Come around onto your knees. And today we're going to work through dolphin. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of upper body strength work, but with a version that we can do in 2 different stages. okay? So this is the one, if I remind you, we want to be wrapping the arms around the ends of the elbows, not just touching. We really want to get that connection. That, then, when we place the arms down to the floor, they'll be in the correct alignment for you. Also, as we work through, try not to let them spread, all right? Try and keep that same position. All right, so come on down, check your position, all right? Then open out and clasp your fingers. Pull up on your bottom rib, and then as you draw your body weight forwards into your forearms, breathing out. And then as you draw the hips back, breathing in. Breathing out and pulling up through the belly as you come forwards. And breathing in as you draw back. Breathing out, navel back to the spine. Breathing in. Now you may want to stay with that one, that level today. Or you could curl the toes and press the hips upwards. And then again, as you come forwards, breathing out and breathing in to tip it back up. Breathing out. Now keep drawing your shoulders back. So try not to get into a position where your shoulders start to pull up round by your ears. So again, if you're making the exercise too hard, that might happen. So trying to think of structuring and holding well so the neck is always coming out from your shoulders. As you come forwards, pull the belly up underneath you and breathing in to pull back. 2 more if you can. Breathing out, coming forwards. Breathing in as you tip back. 1 more. And breathing in as you come back. And then coming back onto your knees. And maybe just again, just check out whether you moved, okay? Maybe you kept in a good position. I'm going to come up onto your hands and knees. Now, working into the glutes, okay? And today, I'm going to work with single leg extension, and then we're going to do double push. And I'm working with an opposite arm, and today, my opposite arm is going to come forwards. Now again, same as our last exercise, we don't want to be pulling the arm up and the shoulder coming up. So when we take the arm forwards, try and keep the shoulders back, keep the neck out, because if the neck's disappeared, then the shoulders are coming up too much. Hands beneath your shoulders, and just soften a little at the elbow. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, graze the ground with your big toe and lift the leg. And then breathe in, draw the knee back in and change legs. Breathing out, graze the ground, point your toes, lift the leg up. And then breathing in as you draw back in, all right? So again, remember with this, as we take the leg away, try and feel that the hip bones are both facing the ground, all right? Because if you suddenly start to rock over from side to side, then again, we're going to lose alignment, okay? You probably don't need to connect with your core quite so much either. So we're doing our best to try and connect with the core and to try and really work through the buttock, all right, and the hamstrings. So as you take that leg away, doing your best to generate as much power through the leg line as you can, all right, which is not easy. All right, so you're trying to really straighten the leg and point the toes. So you feel the calf muscles working, the quads, the hamstrings and the glutes. Breathing out to press away, breathing in. Again, keep it light around your upper body. Now here we come with a double leg extension. So we've got that double leg push, and then we draw the knee in. Take it away again for the second time, then draw it to the floor and change legs. Breathing out to press it away, breathe in, draw it in. Breathing out, pressing it away, breathing in. Here comes the option to put the opposite arm in. Breathing out to lengthen, breathing in, swoop underneath, breathing out, lengthen second time. Breathe in, hands and knee to the floor, we change. Breathing out to stretch your head and behind. Breathing in, Draw in underneath you without touching the ground. Breathing out, stretch again. Breathing in, hand and knee to the floor, spreading your fingers. Breathing out to extend. Breathing in, draw underneath. Breathing out to reach, extend. Breathing in, hand and knee to the floor, we change. Breathing out to extend. Breathing in, draw underneath. Breathing out, extend, engage the core. Breathing in, hand and knee to the floor. Breathing out, pushing away. Breathing in, sweep under. Breathing out, graceful extension. Breathe in, hand and knee to the floor. One more time. Breathing out to extend. Breathing in, draw under. Breathing out to extend. And breathing in, hand and knee to the floor. Come all the way down onto your belly for me now. And we're going to be working into the breaststroke. Okay, after this I'm going to be working into single palm and double palm raises. So I'm not going to put in the extension of the arms coming forwards today. So we're just going to be working the postural bit. Okay, and then we'll do the single arm raises. So arms down by your side, turn your feet in, relax your buttocks. Okay, forehead down to the ground. As you breathe in, peel back those shoulders. As you breathe out, engage your core and lift and hover. Breathing in to stay, and then breathing out as you lower and let your shoulders come back down. Breathing in, roll back both shoulders. Breathing out, draw the navel back to the spine as you lift and hover. Breathing in to stay, breathing out to lower and shoulders touch down. Breathe in. Now as we roll back the shoulders, try and turn your palms open. Breathing out to lift and hover if you can. Breathing in, and then breathing out, lowering and shoulders rolling back onto the floor. Breathing in, peel back and roll back your hands and your shoulders. Breathing out, raising up and hovering. Breathing in to stay. And then breathing out, we're lowering the shoulders, come back down upon the floor. Breathing in, rolling back your shoulders. Breathing out, navel to the spine as you lift. Breathing in, breathing out, rolling all the way back. One more time. Breathing in, shoulders rolling back. Breathing out, engaging the core as you lift. Breathing in to stay. And breathing out as we lower. Okay, now when we bring the arms up, this has a very similar feel with the upper body as the last one. So we need to keep the forehead facing down. And as we lift, try not to push your forehead too hard against the floor. All right, so we want to bring the arms so they go back of your ear height. So forehead to the ground, take a breath in. And as you breathe out, raising one palm, and then breathing in to lower. Swapping over, breathing out to lift, and breathing in to lower. Alright, so keep going. Same as before, when you lift, draw the abdominals back. And trying to keep your shoulder pulled a little down. Alright, because we're not trying to reach and bring everything up. So try and think about your shoulder blade and try dropping it down into your back a little bit more, but still raising your arm. Now this is really easy for you. I mean, for some of us, if you've got a history of, swimming or playing any sports where your arms go way above your head with both arms together, netball, basketball, that sort of thing, this is going to be easy for you. So as you lift, you're going to lift both arms together. Breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. As you lift, arms go back. Breathing in to lower. All right, and again, those of you who practice yoga, This is really good for us, you know, if you want to improve upon your bridge, okay, and your drop backs, your handstands. This is the range we're looking for, all right? So if you can improve upon this range, then strength is going to make a difference to your practice. Couple more if you can. Breathing out to lift and into lower. All right, bring it gently back down again with your arms. Come on up onto your hands and knees, and we're going to come to thread the needle as a stretch. So I'm going to thread through my right arm, going to let my shoulder come down to the ground, let my ear down, and with your left hand, you can either leave it where it is, you could reach it above your head to the top of your mat, or you could drop it back behind your body and reach around and try and find the thigh, or the inner thigh on your other leg. So whatever you feel is good. All right, let's gently bring it up and swap it over. So thread the arm underneath, lower your ear to the ground, and then again, do the same thing with your right hand. Wherever you placed it before, you can do that on this side too. And then gently bring yourself back on up and pop around to seated. Okay, let's work into your roll back tonight. And again, don't put too much on this, you know, sometimes if you haven't practiced your roll back for a while, it can be a bit tough, all right? So just do what you can, and again, whatever happens is the right thing tonight. So if you're using a band or if you're using a block, place it into position. Other than that, roll open the shoulders a little, draw yourself up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in, let the ribs widen. And then as you breathe out, suck the belly back, pull in, work back to about halfway. Breathing in, and then breathing out, engaging with your core, pulling it back up. And again, breathing in, and as you breathe out, slowly working down through the back, maybe a little bit further, breathing in, and breathing out as you come back on up. All right, so halfway might be enough tonight. Okay, deep breath in. As you go back, if it feels good to, lower your back to an imprint. Touch down just with the shoulder blades, breathing in at the bottom, and then breathing out and drawing all of the way back on up. Again, breathing in. As you breathe out, pull back through the belly. Breathing in, and then engaging with your core as you come back up. Keep going. So, premise of this exercise is that we really work smoothly through the back's movement. Now, if your back tonight is a little bit tight and you haven't got an evenness of your back going into the floor, I would only go back to the point where you have continuity, and then come back up. All right, because otherwise you're going to push your belly wall forwards. All right, so I need you to be really careful here that you're really pulling in and you're working with the movement of the back. Breathing in at the bottom, and then breathing out and lifting it up nice and tall. All right, last one. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out, slowly drawing back on up. All right, bring your hands back behind you, bend up your knees. As we dip back a little here, breathing in. As we push away from the ground, breathing out and press up with your chest. As we dip back, breathing in. push away from the ground, breathing out and offer your chest upwards. So either today, stick with that, you could do a few more there, or we could try lifting, in which case, engaging the core really well, breathing out, pushing down through the toes to downwards towards the ground, and breathing in as we lower. And again, as we lift, breathing out, we're pushing down through the toes, and breathing in as you lower. So either version, whatever's working well for you. Again, if you're lifting, try and be really aware of what you're doing with your belly. Alright, so you're going to pull your belly in and back, then as you lift, it stays there. Alright, it should also make you feel lighter. So you're pulling in and back, pressing down through the toes, in as you lower. It's 2 more of whatever you're working on today. Okay, 1 more. Alright, now I'm going to give a little bit of a stretch here to the triceps. So find a position that's comfortable for you, and we can either take the hand back and we can give a little support there to the back of your arm, or you can go back round and find the fingers. Either way, try to have your chin lifted. That's it, just breathe into that stretch. Obviously it brings in a little bit more than the tricep, you know, you've got your lats are also stretching, latissimus dorsi along the side. Okay. And let's swap it on over. So either you're giving a little bit of encouragement to a stretch, or maybe you're coming back round, the arm stays in that position and you find the fingers. Let that go. Give it a shake off. Okay, let's come around onto your side. We're going to work into single leg lift, double leg lift. We're going to put a little bit of a stretch in there for your quads as well, whilst we're at it. So come around onto your weaker side. Okay, always start on your weaker side, then you know what you can do on your stronger side. All right, you always want to keep it nicely balanced. So point the toes. Wriggle this upper arm back so it's not hanging too far forwards, and lay your ear upon your arm. Hips are stacked up, and if you give yourself a half clench of your buttocks, that should keep those hips into a nice strong alignment. Then all we've got to do is lift that leg up and we take it away from the body, breathing out to lift and breathing in to lower. So working into that range of motion. It's a pointed toe posture, if you can. All right, you might not be able to do that today, but it's, if you can, pressing away and making that leg as long as possible. So as you take the leg away from the body, breathing out, breathing in as you lower. Breathing out, really pull back through the core, breathing in as you lower. And again, breathing out to press the leg away, keeping that leg nice and straight. All right, now with the double leg lift, really pull up into the core. Try and lift your waist off the ground. Breathe out, and then finally lift. So let all of the work happen first. The engagement, the breath, and then the movement at the end. Try and get it in an order so that you don't just rely upon the surface back muscles. If your balance is okay, take away your hand support. And again, as you lift, breathing out, navel back to the spine, breathing in as you lower. Really push out through with your toes. Try and feel really light on your mat. And like I say, a little bit of a half clench of your buttocks, and that will help to keep those hips in a nice strong position for you. All right, last one. Breathing out. out to lift and lower. All right, soften the knees for me today, and then just take a hold of that top leg. Draw your heel a little bit closer back towards your bottom. Take a deep breath in, and on your out breath, see if you can go back another inch. And then relax. All right, swing it round to the other side for me today. And again, let's lengthen the body along the floor. Point your toes, stack up your hips, little half clench to the buttocks. Check out your upper arm as you're wandering forwards. And then as you raise the top leg, breathing out. Breathing in as you lower. Again, as you lift, breathing out, engaging with your core. And breathing in to lower. Make sure always with this one that you have your thigh and your foot front facing. Try not to go into any rotation with this one. We did rotation earlier. Breathing out, lift. And breathing into lower. Try if you can to point the toes so the leg is long. Breathing in. And again, the more you power up through the toes, again, obviously, the straighter the leg's going to stay, all right? Because then you get, same thing as when we're working into the glutes. You know, the whole power of the leg working as one will keep that leg stronger. All right, then from there, the double leg lift if you can. So drawing the waist away from the floor, breathe out, float the legs away a little, and breathe in as you lower. So brace the core, breathe out, float the legs away, breathing in, but being really mindful of not just using the surface muscles, all right? Not just gripping the ground with your hand. If your balance hand can come away, take it along by your thigh, into lower. Draw the waist away from the floor, relax the neck, into lower. And again, breathing out, lift, into lower. Couple more if you can. Breathing out, lift, into lower. One more. All right, and then just, let's come in with that top leg. Just bend up the bottom leg, just for a little bit of softness there for the lower back. Try and take the heel a little bit closer towards your backside. Take a deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, see if you can go back another inch or so. And then let it go. Okay, come all the way back onto your back for me. Now I'm going to work into your 100, but today I'm doing it in 2 halves. So I'm going to work in with your 50 first of all, then come back down, and I'm going to take shoulder bridge with just the hips lifting and lowering. We'll then do the other half, and then we'll do shoulder bridge, and you can either do the first, what we've already done, repeat it, or we come to alternating hip lifts today, okay? So first of all, position your lower back into a neutral. Bring your legs up, one and then the other. All right, then from here, either support the head or keep the head down if you need to. Maybe you can extend the legs, or maybe you can pat the air by your side. Keep your neck nice and open, breathing in for about 4, and then breathing out for about 6. Maybe shut your eyes, focus. I'm going with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, and 50. Bend your knees, place them to the floor, and just again be able to catch your heels with your fingertips. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, work your lower back to imprint, peel your back away from the ground, and come on up onto your shoulders. Breathing in, and then breathing out to lower your back down, vertebrae by vertebrae, imprint, and back to neutral. Breathing in, ribs widen, and as you breathe out, peel the back away from the ground without clenching your buttocks, but push away through the knees. Breathing in, and then breathing out as you lower your back all the way down. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, press up through and off the floor, but press away through your thighs and your knees. So try and generate energy going away from your body. Breathing in, and then breathing out to lower. Again, like I say, try not to clench your buttocks, try not to just push up from that point. Breathing in, ribs widen. As you breathe out, work through the back, press away, push into the toes. Breathing in, and then breathing out as you lower. One more time, breathing in, and breathing out to ripple through the back and push away. Breathing in, and then breathing out to lower all of the way back down. Alright, settle back into neutral. Bring your legs up, one and then the other, and come to the second half of your 100. Bring your head and shoulders up if you can. Maybe you're extending your legs, maybe you're patting the air by your side. Breathing in, a nice steady slow breath, and as you breathe out, focus on that squeezing feeling inside of your body. As you breathe out, try and envisage the waist and the navel drawing back to the spine. Go with 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 3, 24, 25, 6, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 3, 34, 35, 36, 7, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 3, 44, 45, 46, 7, 48, 49, and 50. Lower it back down again. Collect your heels again. Position your feet so they're not turning open. Take a deep breath in. And this time, as we ripple the back away from the floor, okay, option to stay up. And then from here, releasing out your hips, we're going to work one hip bone from the front slightly higher than the other. So breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. Breathing out, find the internal oblique muscles and the transverse. Breathing out to lift, breathing in to lower. Very, very subtle lift from one side to the other. Again, breathing out, press up, into lower. Again, breathing out, press the hip upwards, into lower. Alright, of course, if it's getting a little intense, bring it down, take a break. Breathing out as you lift, into lower. 2 more. And lower, 1 more. And then take a breath in, and then breathing out, lower all of the way towards you. And just take your left leg straight out and along the floor. And then bring your right knee to come across your body. Take across your right hand to the ground. And then lift your head up, place your ear down, and try and take your head over a little bit more. And gently bring that knee back in. Slide the leg down. Changing to the other leg. Bring the knee across the body. Pick up your head. Place the ear as far down onto the ground as you can. Floor and gently roll yourself over to one side and offer yourself back up to a seated position. Okay, so I'm going to finish today with the saw. And again, it's one of those positions we've really got to think about. Alright, you can be sat up, you can cross your legs, you can have your legs in front of you, you can flex your feet, you can point your toes, whatever really feels good to you. Just let me again reiterate the reason we've got to think about what we're doing, okay? Our shoulders are very powerful, all right? For a lot of the time when we're working, our shoulders come forwards. That means that there's a lot of strength in those muscles to hold them in that position. Not always strength in the right places, okay? So what we've really got to think about is when we bring ourselves up into this tall seated position, we don't get carried away with moving from the shoulders. Try and think a little bit more about moving from the ribs, you know? So the arms, you know, this is a great thing to do with your arms extended because it will tone your arms up, you know, because it will strengthen them by holding your arms out straight. But if it means that they are really whizzing you around, maybe this is a better position for you with your arms across your chest. And then I will also add in this position where your fingers come up by your temples. Now the difference being here is that you really want to open your shoulder blades back. Alright, so you're squeezing your shoulder blades together at the back of you. If that feels like it's a little bit too much today, alright, then just do the other versions. Alright, so don't feel you've got to do everything. So if you're happy to, open your arms out, otherwise have them in front of your chest. As you rotate your upper body, try and move mindfully from the torso, breathing in. As you breathe out, lift out from the waist and reaching across. Breathing in, coming back on up. And breathe out, take your time because you're using your core to bring you back to the middle. Breathing in, turning your upper body, and then breathing out, lifting out of your waist to lengthen across and over. Breathing in as you draw the body up, breathing out, draw the navel back to the spine. Breathing in to turn the upper body, and breathing out, lift up out from the waist to take you over. Breathing in, drawing the body up. Breathing out, engaging your core to slowly bring you back open. Breathing in, turning from the waist. Breathing out, lifting out from the waist to take you over. Breathing in, drawing the body up. Breathing out, engaging your core. Now either more with your arms or fingers by your temples. Breathing in, turning your upper body. Breathing out, rounding your body as you go over your thigh. Breathing in as you draw the body up. And breathing out, engaging your core, coming back to the middle. Breathing in, turning the upper body. Breathing out and rounding your body over. Breathing in, drawing the body up. And breathing out, engaging the core as you come back to the middle. One more set. Breathing in as you turn. Breathing out, rounding through the spine to draw over. Breathing in as you come back up. Breathing out, engaging your core back to the middle. Breathing in, turning your upper body. Breathing out, and over the thigh we go. Breathing in as we draw the body up. Breathing out, engaging the core back to the center and letting your arms down. Good. All right. Bending up your right knee and pop it over the top of your left leg. Either keep your left leg straight today or bring it up to the side of you. Bring across your left arm and either hug the knee in towards you or take it through to a half prayer or take it through and find the fingers. Now, whichever one we do, when we turn our gaze, try and keep your gaze eye line level for one, and try and keep going around with your gaze. Because when you take your gaze, your body's going to follow on. Gently untangling, alright? Changing sides. So twisting, alright? Twisting is so good for your health, you know? Those of you who've read my email, you know I'm doing a twist session on Wednesday, alright? 30 minutes dedicated to all of this sort of work. So I'm going to bring my right arm across, pull the knee in towards me. That might be enough, or you're going half prayer, or you're finding the fingers. And again, as you take your gaze round, you're extending, and you keep turning. And then coming all of the way back on out. Untangle the legs, going in and under, taking hold of your elbows, and just drawing down a little. So just wriggle it down so you can feel that stretch coming in around the lower back. Alright, and then holding on by your fingers underneath your knees, going back a little bit more. And now we want to find that stretch just below the neck. And then change the hand grip over. And again, pull back. And then drawing all the way back up. We'll come back round to your seated position. So seated of your choice. Maybe cross your legs the opposite way round to how you usually do. And then we'll bring the hands all the way back. Rolling open the shoulders. And then just tucking your chin in. Find again stretch to come this time from the base of your skull to the upper part of your back. And then tucking your head over and across looking down into the corner of your body. And then head through to the middle and to the other side. And then coming back through to the middle and raising your head on up, and then just bringing one ear over towards your shoulder, trying to be as upright as you can be. And then slowly take your head over to the other shoulder. And then bring it back up. Okay, letting your arms come forwards, stretch around the upper back. As you breathe in, try and use your abdominals to pull you up as tall as you can. As you breathe out, let's open back and squeeze the shoulder blades together again. As we come forwards, let's stretch around the upper back. Breathing in, using your abdominals to pull you up. And breathing out, open, squeeze the shoulder blades together. One more time, coming forwards. Breathing in, drawing up. Breathing out, opening it back. And we will finish there. Well done. Good job, everybody. All right. Drink lots of water. Okay, needless to say.